with last week's unsuccessful attempt to pull water from our creek, making us feel a little defeated.
If we're on, I got nothing still.
Looks like we don't have any water.
We took a step back and 5 steps forward, having one of our most productive weeks in a long time.
It's like the world's tallest trellis.
Join us this week as we continue to learn and grow. I want to thank Dave, our friend from the YouTube channel Hippocrates Garden, for sending us this composting thermometer. We finally got around to using it. But as you can see, not quite hot enough yet. It says, I like how this compost thermometer has where it's steady, active, and when it's hot. We're at 90 degrees right now and steady. I don't know, it still has a few more days before it's ready to be turned, but we need to get it up into the 120, I believe, before it's ready to turn. Keep an eye on this. Alright, so you all saw us last week fail miserably at trying to bring water from our creek up the hill to fill our IBC totes. We were all pretty bummed about that. We saw a lot of comments stating that we needed to use a ram pump, so ram pump it is. Using the ram pump from land to house, they have a great YouTube channel and with a lot of informative videos on how ram pumps work and how to troubleshoot different issues you might have with them. Hopefully we don't have any. And there you have it, everyone, a ram pump. It's crazy how such a simple design is so effective in moving water up large hills, and all without the use of any electricity. Fingers crossed that this works, but pretty cool.
Watch the camera.
Okay. How high do you want these?
Just as high as your arms can reach at the bend.
So like there?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna need your help here.
Yeah, I know. We're using green saplings. That's kind of what we have to do. It's best to do this kind of work this time of year, we learned, because as the trees get fuller and fuller with more leaves, the branches tend to tangle when you pull them out of the woods.
Using some copper wire we had laying around to bind these. One part we didn't think about.
You're gonna need my help, that's all.
Nah.
Okay. That's way taller, right? No? That we thought. That's so...
You measured, not me.
It's like the world's tallest trellis.
Okay, take two.
Just look at it.
It's just one arch, baby.
I know, but it puts a huge smile on my face because it's like I can see it now. I love it. Sean has to go and find us more tree limbs because one, we busted one of them. This is proving to be a little bit harder than we thought because the tension is some of the logs are too thick, so the tension is too much and it's putting too much back, and we broke one of them. So we are trying to get them all to match the one first perfect beautiful one that went in, and we're proving to be a little bit difficult. On top of that, it's getting colder. It's going to only be 32 tonight. The wind is picking up, so we're trying to beat the dark and we're trying to beat the wind. The sun's starting to set, but that means it's about to start getting colder than it is, and I already can't feel my fingers and my toes. I know you'll probably want to stay out here all night working on it, but baby, I'm really cold.
Go inside.
I'm gonna wrap it up, I think, and go find something to heat up for supper. And
Please, because I'm starving.
okay, warm my fingers and toes.
Got a little flex. Alright, I gotta cut more trees down to finish the weave all the way around. But get back up on this in the morning. Hungry.
It's a beautiful morning today. Okay, to be honest, it's actually a little bit later than morning. Anyway, I have a sore throat. I have a little bit of congestion in my chest, and I have a terrible migraine. So I had found this mullein plant growing along our walk down to the dome wild, and I always see it when I do see it growing. It's usually like along freshly cleared areas, like along highways or along back roads, or like here along our push down path to the dome or whatever. But mullein is actually really good for your lungs. It's a good detoxification for your lungs. So I actually harvested some of it the other day. I have it drying, but I thought I'd come down here and share the plant with you guys so you could actually see what it looks like. I'm gonna make a tea out of it this morning to try and help with some of this chest congestion that I have going on. And I actually have some dead purple nettle growing up wild in the garden. So I'm gonna harvest some of that before I clear the bed today. Dead purple nettle is an herb that is actually a really good anti-inflammatory. So I'm gonna mix that with my mullein today and try and help get this headache subside and clear my chest some so that I can be out enjoying this beautiful day.
Definitely rustic looking.
Yeah, but it looks really good and it matches the rest of the garden.
That I agree with.
I like that au naturel, you know it. What do you guys think?
Be kind.
Suppose I got this bed pretty well ready to put some of my garlic and onions in. I'm not feeling the hottest. I think I might go take a little rest. I think we wanted to check the compost too, so maybe we'll do that and then I'll go take a little break. This is our regular compost pile, not our 18-day compost pile. We're gonna go check that one right now.
So we're at close to 100 degrees.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. It was 90 yesterday. It's like 98 right now.
Okay, and we can't turn it till 140 or? Should we turn it anyway? Because it says 4 days.
Yeah, I think we should turn it and then let it heat back up. Just keep mixing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The object is to bring the middle of the compost to the outside and put the outside in the inside.
Correct.
Okay.
I believe the shape has a lot to do with how it heats up too. Check back in a day or two. What do you think?
I like it.
One thing you should do when you're making these piles, if you have a chipper, chip everything up really small. It'll compost faster. We unfortunately didn't have that luxury, so this might take us more than 18 days, but hopefully not too much longer.
Yeah.
Going behind you. Chick, 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 chick.
You see where on the top how it's on a line there?
Yeah.
And then in the window over there you can see how far.
Well, I think that ladder would do just as.
It's like a really big tent.
Yeah.
An attempt to push up from there to start with. Oof. I remember we put that thing up.
Unfortunately, with everybody being sick, it's down to just me, Cody, and Tyson to see if we can shimmy this thing back into place.
Grab up here and pull it out of your wrinkle.
It's kind of holding itself up, ain't it?
I almost want to walk around it and keep pushing up on it as I go that way.
That's what I was saying.
And you go that way a little
Yeah.
bit. Alright, I'm working my way over.
Get around the other side.
We need to get this way for sure. We've gone a lot now. There's the rod. There's where it should be.
Okay.
Like a foot and a half.
Can you pull any more?
Little by little.
How's it going with the chimney?
I don't know yet. We're just. We got that side.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I saw that, Cody. I saw that. That's what I'm saying.
Too far. Oh, that's too far. Sean, you pulled too far.
Okay.
There you go. That right there, right there.
I'm always there, but every time I let it go, it's coming back at you.
Here, you're laughing. This thing.
Come on.
Oh, that lined up right on the door.
Much better. Still not 100% perfect, but once we can crank it down, maybe it'll adjust it a little bit more, but I'm happy with it. Are you?
I am.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow, I did not think that was going to go as easy as it did. Well, not easy, but I didn't know if me and you were going to be able to do it alone.
Yeah.
It was fun. Oh, not as fun as the first time. Yeah.
These are garlic bulbs that I planted from some garlic that I had start sprouting from inside my kitchen. So I just planted them and they've gotten so tall, so they're ready to come out and go into the ground. And I got some onions from my dear friend Karen, who I'm sure is watching, so thank you so much, Karen. And we're also gonna plop those guys in the ground. I'm proud of today's work.
I am too.
Even being sick, so I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna go get some rest. I have to work tomorrow, so good night.
These bolts that I made a few weeks ago are bottoming out. We have to extend the threads on them. Supposed to be doing that, I think, tomorrow. But I've got a few strategically placed. I'm hoping that if we have any wind tonight, it won't move this now with the bars in a few places. I don't want to have to do what we did it today again. But it was a really productive day. I'm proud of us. And the week's not over. All right, I'm done for the night. So I'm down in the woods here trying to see where I'm going to be running the drive pipe for the ram pump. The mathematics on it is you get 7 foot of lift for every 1 foot of elevation from the source of the water, which the pipe can be between 100 to 300 feet depending on some altercations you might have to make. The problem is it's really flat down here, and I'm worried that I'm not going to have enough elevation at the source of the water to where the ram pump's going to be placed to get the lift I need to go up the hill. So this little waterfall is the highest point of the creek on this side of my property. Now, if I possibly could have the source of the water for the ram pump right here, and then I'd have to run the pipe all the way as far as I can in a straight line that way. It's doable, but I also worry about if I have running water through a pipe going through the woods, are animals gonna mess with it? It's a lot of pipe. I definitely don't want to have to be changing it all the time. Alright, I'm gonna walk around the other side of the property and see how it looks there. Can y'all see that giant cave up there? It's more like a rock overhang, but I'm sure things live in it some times of the year. I wonder if it's that pack of coyotes I keep hearing every night. So this is the highest point on the other side of my property. Pull up Google Earth and let's see if we can just get a rough estimate. It says 948 meters above sea level. Okay, 948. Let's walk down to the low side and see what it is. It's saying 945 meters. So that's a little over 9 feet. And this part of the hill is not as high as the other side. I think this could work because the supply line going up to the totes can wind and weave. It's just this drive pipe that needs to be as straight as possible, so there's no friction when the pressure wave goes back to pipe. Let's go check the other side just to make sure. Maybe that'll be even better. Okay, so this is 941 meters. Let's head straight that way as far as we can in a straight line. To 939, okay. Let's see how far we can get. It's a little bit more, but the hill on this side to get the water up the supply line is much higher. I think I like the other side better. I think this is gonna work. We're gonna have water all summer for our garden. It's gonna make things so much easier. It's gonna be cool. We have potential high winds coming in, which are not prepared for at all. I still haven't been able to get the J-hooks made. And with a scheduling problem, we had to postpone it for another day. I'm just hoping I can get them done and installed before the wind comes, because I don't want all that hard work of getting the dome cover back in place to be for nothing. It seems to move really easy in that wind. Whoa! Oh, what are you doing?
She's on the other side filling planters with dirt.
Oh, cool.
I'm just getting this garden bed ready for greens, spinach, and yummy, yummy greens.
Cool, cool.
Hiya.
Hey, Kim.
How's it going?
Going pretty good. I just was walking through the woods to see where the ram pump could be placed for us.
Okay, how'd you make out?
I think I found the perfect spot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
What are you getting ready to plant?
Some eggplant and then the rest of my peppers.
Sweet.
Yeah. And I'm contemplating, because some of my lettuces didn't take yet, I'm contemplating planting a second round of those, but I guess we shall see what I have enough for. Look, I made a little compost garden in the meantime. Doesn't it look like a little planter?
Yeah. Yes, it does.
I'm feeling a little better.
Everyone seems to be.
Yeah.
I still didn't get sick at all, thankfully.
Still a little fatigued, but
But you want me to do that?
I'm done. I'm just gonna rake this.
Get it done.
down.
Perfect. Lay in your way. Sorry. of a sudden got really windy, and just after we get the dome cover back in place, I'm going down to check to see if it shifted. I am making those bolts, extending the threads on them on the J hooks tonight, so I'll be able to actually really secure it down. It's just last night and today it hasn't moved again. Thanks God now. Actually looks to be in the exact same place. Everything looks alright. It looks like it didn't move at all. Those bars I put in a few different spots to kind of just anchor it down for the time being seems to be working. Tonight I'll put a more permanent fix on it. Alright.
What are you doing there, Sean? Talk me
We are
through this thing.
we're using a die, and we're extending the threads on these J hooks that you helped me make a few weeks ago so that I can finally get the cover of our dome tightened down. Tired of having to try and move it.
Alright, good deal. That's like a 3/8 16 die, so 16 threads per inch, and we're extending the threads out to about 4 inches on these studs where they had like a 1.25 inches thereabouts.
Appreciate your help with this.
Of course.
I know everyone's going to be excited to see the dome finally moving on to its next phase. Supposedly a tornado had touched down last night. Not directly here, but there was a lot of damage in town when we took Jess to work this morning. Nobody had power. We saw a lot of roofs off buildings were completely torn off, big trees uprooted. I'm just thankful that this hasn't shifted and that I have the bolts now and the threads long enough that I can actually anchor this down a lot better and sleep better at night. That's the end of this week's episode, everyone. Thank you for watching. A lot more to come. We'll see you next Sunday. Remember, keep growing.